This is Casanova's secret to godliness. I was thinking the other day, it hit me the other day actually, that there's a cheat code. There's a cheat code in the average modern evangelical church. Here's the cheat code. If you want to be perceived as a godly man, there's one thing you can do that really will get you there faster than many other things. Now, sure, you can't show up at the normal church, swearing and cussing and talking about lewd things and that kind of stuff, right? You can't do that stuff. You can't, and we all know this. We all know this. That's not a cheat code. That's not a cheat code. That's just average knowledge. Here's the thing, though. When I was thinking about the other day, why is it that no man in the church, hardly any man in the church, ever talks about issues with his wife? Normally, almost every guy who or at least or anybody that has any type of leadership position in the church, never says anything about struggles or issues with their wife. It's like there's no real talk about struggles, issues, whatever, with your wife. And here's what hit me. Here's the cheat code. If everyone at church thinks that your wife is romantically in love with you, then you will be perceived and considered a more godly man just by having a wife that admires you. The reason is because we equate romantic love with godly love. We relate eros love, the erotic love in the Greek language. We equate that with agape love. And so, if a man's wife is in love with him, then he must be a godly man. He must be loving with agape love if she is enthralled and in love with him. That's the cheat code. That's the cheat code. Now, on the other hand, if you show up at church and you could be doing everything that you possibly can at home to make your wife as happy as she can, you loving her the way Christ loved the church, you're doing what's best for her and the family, all those types of things. But if she doesn't appear to be in love with you romantically, as Casanova would seduce his woman, you're going to lose your street cred in church. Now, that's a sad thing. That's a sad thing, but I believe that's true. And that's why I was thinking, doesn't anybody ever say some real stuff about what's going on at home in their marriage? Because I know everybody's got issues with their wife. Stuff's going on. But it just seems like it's always just smiles. And, oh, yes, everything's wonderful. Oh, my wife, she just loves me so much. And, oh, I just love her so much. She's just so wonderful. Blah, 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 blah. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Why is it? It's because godliness is equated with your wife being in love with you. Give me a thought. Give me a comment. Subscribe to this. I want to hear some thoughts or comments here. It just hit me. It's a cheat code. It's a cheat code. If you want street cred, or not even street cred, if you want church cred, just make sure it appears that your wife is just in love with you. And you will have automatic church cred just for that. Even though it has nothing to do with actual godliness. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. You will still have church cred if you've got that. Give me a thought. Give me a comment. We got to get that turned around. It's ridiculous. When I thought about that, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous that is, I believe, that is the case in the modern church. That's the case. And we got to get it. We got to get it corrected. But even with that, Christ is winning. He is building his church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. Until next time, this is PostMillennial Man.